Have you ever wondered why intimacy with a narcissist feels more like a game of manipulation than a genuine connection? Behind their charm and allure, narcissists often exhibit deeply unsettling behaviors in their intimate relationships. These habits are not just emotionally damaging, but can leave their partners questioning their reality and self-worth. In this video, we're going to uncover 4 shocking sexual habits that narcissists use to control, manipulate, and dominate. Each of these behaviors is rooted in their psychological need for validation and power. Stick around to the end to learn how to protect yourself from their toxic tactics. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who might need these insights. Let's dive in. Number 1. Emotional detachment disguised as passion. One of the most disconcerting habits of a narcissist is their ability to project an image of deep passion while maintaining an underlying emotional detachment. They masterfully use intimacy as a performance, a carefully crafted stage where they can showcase their charm, allure, and dominance. This performance is not rooted in genuine emotion or connection, but is instead a calculated tool for maintaining control and influence. At the beginning of the relationship, a narcissist often makes you feel as though you are the center of their universe. They mirror your desires, anticipate your needs, and lavish you with attention in a way that feels almost too good to be true. This mirroring creates an illusion of a profound emotional bond, a connection so intense that it seems unshakable. However, as the relationship progresses, subtle cracks begin to show. Despite the surface-level passion, you may begin to sense an unsettling lack of emotional depth. Their connection to you is not rooted in a genuine meeting of hearts or souls. Rather, it feels transactional, as if intimacy is a means to an end. This emotional detachment is not accidental. It is calculated and deliberate. Narcissists are acutely aware that by presenting an image of passion while withholding true emotional vulnerability, they can keep you perpetually craving a connection that never fully materializes. The constant hope of achieving that deeper bond becomes a powerful tool for them to maintain control. They expertly navigate the dynamics of emotional push and pull, keeping you in a state of longing, seeking their validation, and hoping for the day they will truly open up. This tactic ensures that you remain dependent on their approval, believing that their seeming passion is evidence of something real. Yet the reality is far from it. The narcissist's detachment allows them to keep you emotionally tethered without ever fully investing in the relationship themselves. It's a strategy designed to exert control, ensuring that you are left constantly striving to bridge the emotional gap, even as they continue to widen it. Number 2. Using sex as a tool for control. A hallmark of the narcissist's approach to relationships is their ability to weaponize intimacy. They do not view sex or physical affection as acts of mutual love or connection, but as tools to manipulate and dominate their partners. For the narcissist, intimacy becomes another avenue through which they can exert power, control emotions, and shape the dynamics of the relationship to their advantage. This manipulation can take many forms. One common tactic is withholding physical intimacy as a form of punishment. For example, if you disagree with them, challenge their authority, or fail to meet their expectations, they might withdraw affection entirely. This withdrawal can leave you feeling undesired, unworthy, or even rejected, which is exactly what the narcissist intends. By creating a sense of insecurity and emotional vulnerability, they position themselves as the sole source of validation, making you more likely to comply with their demands, in the hope of regaining their affection. On the other hand, the narcissist can use grand displays of seduction as a form of distraction or manipulation. They might shower you with passionate gestures and overwhelming attention, especially after engaging in toxic or hurtful behavior. This creates a confusing cycle of highs and lows, where the moments of intense passion temporarily mask the underlying dysfunction in the relationship. The seductive gestures are not rooted in genuine love or remorse, but are instead carefully calculated to keep you emotionally entangled. The narcissist's ability to alternate between withholding and providing intimacy keeps you in a perpetual state of emotional turmoil. One moment, you may feel undesired and distant from them. The next, you are overwhelmed by their seemingly passionate attention. This inconsistency is deliberate. It keeps you off balance, constantly questioning your worth and striving to meet their expectations. Through this manipulation, the narcissist ensures that you remain focused on pleasing them, seeking their approval, and trying to decode their mixed signals. The result is a cycle of emotional confusion and dependency that further strengthens their control over you. This dynamic serves the narcissist's goals, ensuring that their needs are met while leaving you emotionally drained and uncertain of where you stand. Their mastery of this tactic highlights the calculated and self-serving nature of their approach to intimacy, where genuine connection is sacrificed for power and dominance. Number 3. Exploiting vulnerabilities. One of the most unsettling and damaging habits of a narcissist is their calculated ability to exploit your vulnerabilities. They possess an uncanny knack for identifying your insecurities, often with precision that feels almost predatory. Whether it's a deeply rooted fear of abandonment, unresolved past traumas, or doubts about your self-worth, the narcissist will zero in on these weak points with chilling efficiency. What makes this behavior particularly insidious is the subtlety with which they wield this knowledge, often disguising their exploitation as concern, honesty, or constructive criticism. At the beginning of the relationship, a narcissist may seem deeply attentive, as if they truly care about understanding your struggles and fears. They will listen intently, encouraging you to open up and share your most personal experiences. However, this apparent compassion is nothing more than a methodical gathering of ammunition. Once they have identified your vulnerabilities, they will begin to use them against you in ways that are often so subtle that you might not immediately recognize their true intentions. For instance, they might make passing comments about your appearance, subtly comparing you to others in ways that seem harmless at first. Over time, these remarks begin to erode your self-esteem, planting seeds of self-doubt that grow into feelings of inadequacy. They may remind you of past failures or moments of weakness during arguments, not to offer support, but to reinforce their dominance over you. These calculated actions create a power dynamic in which you feel increasingly reliant on their validation, even as their behavior continues to undermine your confidence. What makes this habit particularly dangerous is its ability to leave you questioning your own worth. The narcissist's constant exploitation of your insecurities creates a cycle of emotional dependency that can be difficult to break. You might find yourself seeking their approval in an attempt to regain the sense of self-worth they have systematically dismantled. This dynamic is precisely what the narcissist desires, a situation in which they hold the emotional upper hand, ensuring that you remain trapped in the relationship, unable to see your true value outside of their approval. Over time, this exploitation can have a profound and lasting impact on your mental and emotional health. You may begin to doubt your instincts, second-guess your decisions, and feel increasingly isolated from the person you once were. The narcissist thrives on this erosion of your confidence, using your insecurities as leverage to maintain control and keep you tethered to their toxic influence. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward breaking free from their hold and reclaiming your sense of self-worth. Number 4. The insatiable need for validation. For narcissists, intimacy and relationships are not about genuine connection or mutual support. They are about fulfilling an insatiable need for validation. This relentless hunger for affirmation drives nearly every aspect of their behavior, including their most toxic tendencies. They crave constant reassurance of their desirability, power, and control, often seeking it at the expense of their partner's emotional well-being. This unending need for validation creates a dynamic in which the narcissist's partner is constantly left feeling inadequate, as though nothing they do will ever be enough to satisfy the narcissist's boundless appetite for attention. This need for validation manifests in a variety of harmful ways. Narcissists often engage in behaviors designed to affirm their superiority, regardless of the emotional consequences for those around them. For instance, They may flirt excessively, pursue inappropriate relationships, or even engage in infidelity, all in an effort to feed their ego. These actions are not driven by a desire for connection or love, but by the need to feel admired and in control. The emotional fallout for their partner is of little concern to the narcissist, as their primary focus remains on satisfying their own needs. The narcissist's compulsive need for validation also extends to their interactions within the relationship. They may demand constant praise and admiration from their partner, expecting endless recognition of their achievements, appearance, or perceived superiority. At the same time, they are quick to dismiss or belittle any attempts at reciprocation, ensuring that the relationship remains unbalanced. This creates an environment in which the partner feels perpetually inadequate, striving to meet the narcissist's impossible standards while receiving little in return. Perhaps most damaging is the emotional toll this dynamic takes on the partner. Living with a narcissist's unrelenting need for validation can be exhausting, leaving you feeling drained and unfulfilled. No matter how much you give, it is never enough to satisfy their endless demands for affirmation. This imbalance can leave you questioning your own worth, wondering why your efforts are never enough to bring stability or satisfaction to the relationship. The narcissist's need for validation is a reflection of their deep-seated insecurities, which they mask with a facade of confidence and control. By constantly seeking external affirmation, they avoid confronting the inner void that drives their behavior. Unfortunately, this means that their partners are left bearing the emotional burden of their insecurities, trapped in a cycle of giving without receiving. Recognizing this pattern is crucial for breaking free from the narcissist's influence and reclaiming your own sense of self-worth and fulfillment. Understanding these 4 habits is the first step toward protecting yourself. Recognize the red flags early and trust your instincts when something feels off. Setting clear boundaries and seeking support from trusted friends, family, or professionals can help you regain your confidence and break free from a narcissist's toxic grip. Thank you for watching and exploring this deep dive into the unsettling world of a narcissist's sexual habits. These behaviors are not just about control. They're a reflection of the deep insecurities and emotional voids that drive narcissists. By understanding their tactics, you can empower yourself to protect your well-being and build healthier relationships. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. Let's continue raising awareness and supporting each other in navigating these complex dynamics. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. We're here to learn and grow together. Until next time, take care and stay empowered.